T-Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. You haven't missed a thing as we're just about set for the opening kickoff. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. And this one might be going the other way. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And his first pass is incomplete. The linebacker, T.J. Watt, there on the coverage.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Now, this is the second meeting of the season between these two division rivals, and as was the case earlier in the year, there seems to be a more reserved and serious approach from both of these teams heading into this late season matchup than we saw last year.
Yeah, I think maybe the coaches have had enough of the social media antics going into this game. From what we heard this week, they went old school and said, let's just cut this nonsense out. And to be clear, this rivalry has never needed all that off-field noise. Plenty of history between these two franchises. And this year especially, we know we don't need anything distracting us from the fact that both of these teams look like they can be Super Bowl contenders. Let's just go play the game.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Carl Nassib there on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
43-yard line.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 16 yards, a first down.
A gain of 16.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it, trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Carl Nassib, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead.
Ravens.
Never ideal conditions in the snow for a kicker, but the first test on the opening drive, he passed it.
He certainly did. You know what the unit told me was their biggest issue playing in the snow? You just worry about something getting in your eye as the ball is snapped, and then you might miss it, and there goes 3 points off the board.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. But it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Connor. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
The ball carrier.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Well, that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one goes for 30 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Second and 11. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Justin Tucker lining up for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
The kick is good.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And his guys will take over. At the 25-yard line.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. That catch good for only a couple.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
Incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now there's a quick throw caught by Andrews. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Back to throw again. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
By Devin Bush. It's a loss of 1.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
The 3-yard line.
Dancing to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point seeding.
If you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
At the 5-yard.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they work this out past the 25. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron.
1st down pass.
Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
The 2nd down.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. To Connor on the check down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh 1st. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
2nd and 10 at the 35.
He'll buy some time right. And now he's going to use his legs. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 40 seconds. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
2-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And his throw here's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but now it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark it down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. For the Steelers in the red zone. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Steps away to his left. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. From the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem, let's do it.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
At the 26.
2nd and 9 now. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He may try and run for this. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
At the 49-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
That's another Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Action here on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They start the drive with Connor. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll pull it down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will.
The quarterback.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth.
Brings up second.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 2nd and 7 from the 20. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Deontay Johnson. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell for the extra point.
And this is what coaches talk about, never being satisfied. No matter what the lead, always trying to increase it. You never know what can happen in this NFL.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown.
The kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they've put themselves...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. He's going to loft one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done.
14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They begin on the ground here with Connor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Matt Judon there to bring him down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, a run with Connor. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. He take it right on the 30. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So the Ravens now down on the scoreboard. 1:06 to play. Their undefeated season, it's in danger unless they can score here as they've got a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. This is caught inside the 15.
That's good.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Back to throw. He may try and run for this. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Now the Steelers use the 1st of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Second and 5. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down. And
they come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Patrick Queen able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just like an absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They'll run with a rookie second-rounder. It's J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 41. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. Got a man. It's Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, look. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Touchdown, Ravens.
Great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we got the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Ravens, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it's a late season.